This is Dan Shuck at Glass Half Question. What's your perspective? Do people ever disagree with you? Are you ever just wrong? It sucks, doesn't it? No one ever enjoys being wrong. But if being wrong is something we all have to deal with, then being good at handling it has got to be an important life skill. Being wrong when it's done the wrong way can be devastating. It can be a lot like falling terribly and incorrectly while skiing. Think about your life for just a second here and remember a time when you were wrong in a very public or embarrassing way. Or how about a time when you were wrong about money and lost some of it, or maybe a lot of it? It's a little easier to take being wrong when your investment level is lower. I turned the wrong way down the hallway is a lot easier to be wrong about. I turned the wrong way down the road and I need to turn around is a little harder to be cool about. I'm going the wrong way on a one-way road. Yeah, those are the times when being wrong really sucks. So the subject is really obviously important when we're talking about being wrong. But in the matter of how to be wrong, it's less about the topic and more about the level of emotional investment. How big the topic is has to do with how you need to react. Obviously, being wrong about your physical safety, like driving the wrong way down a one-way road, requires rather immediate tactical reaction. So it happens to all of us. We have that moment in life where we realize we're about to be wrong. And it's useful to take a beat there and think about, well, just how big is this thing that I'm going to be wrong about really? We all do this at times, overreact to being wrong, and get more upset about it than we really need to. But let's add another aspect of being wrong, and that's who is involved. It's not always just about how big the topic is, although that matters a lot, but also very often we have a situation where we are wrong and someone else is right. Who that someone else is can really matter. Often we find we channel those negative feelings about being wrong that I was just talking about toward that other person. Sometimes that's absolutely appropriate. Let's say that person cheated you. Often it's really not, but we still feel that way anyway, because being wrong just sucks, and we want to put those negative feelings somewhere else. One of the more interesting perspectives to consider when you're being wrong is empathy. Now, that may sound a little wacky at first. The reason I'm talking about this is that empathy is a really fundamental brain function, and these ancient parts of the brain, the lizard brain some people say, although that's not really right. But if you can understand how your head is working here a little, it might open up some new ways to understanding yourself. The ability to perceive the world not only from our own perspective, but also to imagine it from another person's perspective is fundamental to being a person and being able to communicate at all. This empathetic concern part is interesting when it comes to being wrong. Does being wrong itself create a concern for you that their feelings towards you may change? You may be concerned that you are not providing them what they need from you. Maybe that's authority. Maybe you're the parent having to realize that your child's right and you're wrong. Maybe that's care. You believe you have a responsibility to make the other person feel better, say a valued customer, and then have to face the fact that you are wrong. Maybe you're concerned that your boss will be disappointed in your being wrong. These are all different examples of where our imagining how the other person will react, our empathetic concern, interacts with being wrong and can create a kind of perception blinder for you. Being really aware of this empathetic concern concept can help you dial this down or up as is needed. Okay, we'll add this to our Practicing Perspective Toolkit, and if you want to follow along and learn more about these tools, be sure to subscribe here, and there's more at the www.glasshalfquestion.com website, and I'll see you in another episode of Practicing Perspective.